but I don't think that should be the norm. The norm is where it is, and that's probably okay.
Yeah, it is. Very good. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And we'll go next to Ryan Cannon with PGA.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Nicklaus and Kelly. I'm actually calling from Oak Hill Country Club. I'm in a room here with the general manager of Oak Hill, Dan Farrell, the club president, Ron Pluta, and our current general chairman for this year's PGA Championship, Marty Glavin. And Marty has a quick question for you.
Thank you, Ryan. Jack, both Ron Pluta and I were just talking. We were marshals at the 1980 PGA when we were just kids, practically. We remember it like it was yesterday, and to say the least, we're pretty excited about what's to come in the next couple of weeks here. And hope you have a chance to stop in. It'd be great to have you.
I will be there on Sunday.
My question is, knowing the field that's going to attend this year's PGA Championship, do you think anybody in particular has a game well suited for Oak Hill? And the second part of that question is, do you think your score of -6 in 1980 will hold up?
Well, I think Trevino has a game for it. Nicklaus has a game for it. Curtis Strange has a game for it. Let's see, I don't know who else wanted Oak Hill. I'm sorry? You said something. I'm trying to think.
Hank Keeney won the...
No, not Hank.
We had 3 wins.
Yeah, you had...
we did have Jay House.
Who won? No, who won the last PGA there? Sean McKeel. Anyway, you know, you've had a lot of players whose games suited their game, but I think that you know, as I said earlier, you've got to take. It's not the golf course. You've got to. The player's got to suit his game to the golf course, and the guys that can adapt to it are the guys that are always been the good players. I mean, Mickelson will adapt well to it. Tiger will adapt well to it. I think that you know, there's a lot of guys that will adapt well to it. That's one of the good things. You have so many good players today that I think will like Oak Hill, will enjoy playing the golf course, and could have an opportunity to win. To try to pick one of them out of there is pretty difficult right now. I think at the British Open you can eliminate a lot of guys because of conditions. I think at U.S. Open the same thing. And the Masters the same thing. But I think more people, because of the summer conditions and the nature of what happens at the PGA Championship, it opens it up to more people having an opportunity to win. So I think the PGA is a pretty open ball game right now. And you know, Oak Hill, I don't know what kind of summer you've had up there, but my bet is that you've had enough rain, or you at least have put enough water in the golf course that you've got a pretty good crop of rough. And you don't have extra wide fairways. I think you have generous fairways, but not overly wide. I think you've probably had the opportunity to firm your greens up. Whether the rain will soften that or not is another issue. And I think you'll have a great championship, and I think you'll have an opportunity to watch a lot of good players that that will try to win this tournament.
Jack, as a follow-up to Marty Glavin's question, your score of 274, 6 under par in 1980, could you envision somebody, the winner or more than one, bettering that score this year?
Well, I certainly hope not. No, I don't know. I would think with the scores of the players, I just don't know how the golf course is set up right now. You know, it's I would suspect in this day and age, with as far as golf balls go and as straight as they go and the number of good players go, I would suspect that record will probably fall. But who knows? You know, you never know what's going to happen.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you all very much.
Okay.
And we'll go next to Jason Sobel with GolfChannel.com.
Good morning, Jack. I just wanted to revisit with you that 1963 PGA Championship. A couple things were, first of all, was that the hottest weather you had ever played in and played in been since then? And also, that gave you all 3 major championships in the United States. Was that a big deal then? Did you even realize that you had all 3 sort of these so-called majors back then?
Well, it's the hottest I've ever played a major in. I've played golf in hotter weather, but it's not the norm. But we've played a lot of days and a lot of times in hot weather. Most of them have probably been in Texas too, and but you get Tulsa, PGA Championship there was unbelievably hot. I suppose St. Louis. There's a lot of places we played hot, but Dallas was as hot as I can recall. But anyway, the second part of your question was what? I'm sorry.
Jack, he said that you joined Hogan Nelson and
yeah.
as the only to win the 3 majors in this country. What that meant to you at that time?
Well, I never really thought much about it at that time. I was a young 23-year-old trying to win tournaments, and I suppose if I go back and reflect upon it, at 23 years old to have won the 3 major American championships is a pretty special achievement at age 23. But I was too stupid to think about that at the time, and or not smart enough, whichever you want to put it. And I was disappointed that I hadn't won the British the week before, and still, so it's I wouldn't know what was in my head at that time. That's 50 years ago. My head was just, I want to win the golf tournament, and that was what I tried to do, and I was fortunate enough to do that.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Well, Jack, you do have a keepsake from that 1963. In addition to winning the championship, you won the long drive contest earlier in that week, and it's my understanding you still have a keepsake from that.
I have a money clip that's in my pocket right now. It's been in my pocket for 50 years, and it says driving distance winner is what it says across the PGA Championship, and that drive was 341 yards, 17 inches. I do remember that too. That was a long drive. That was an 11-degree wood driver, 42 3/4 inch shaft, dynamic S shaft, and they had everybody used the same golf ball, so nobody had any preference on what golf ball was hit.
Oh, everyone used the same golf ball in that long drive competition?
Yeah, it was the same make golf ball. I think they were all Titleist, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Yes, we do. We'll go next to Leo Ross with the Rochester Democrat and Chronicles.
Well, hey, Jack, it's a pleasure. I apologize for this question. Probably you've heard it 1,000 times, but can you talk about Tiger a little bit? And all eyes on him, of course, always when he plays, and he seems to have his game coming around a little bit. And will he win another major? Is Oak Hill a place?
I don't know anything to all those questions, but obviously Tiger has had a very, very good year. He's not finished off a couple of majors, which he's had an opportunity to be involved in, but it would be pretty hard pressed not to make him, if not the favorite, one of the favorites going into Oak Hill. He'll play Oak Hill well. He'll control his golf ball well there. He'll manage his game well, and just as he does every week. Will he win more majors? I think so. When? I don't know.
To follow up, you went, of course, you had from 80 to 86. There's that 6 years. I guess, of course, you were later in life, but the golfers do go into slumps, and I guess maybe with Tiger, we're maybe jumping on him because he has been so dominant. Is what we're seeing here maybe just a normal? Is it more normal than we want to believe maybe with Tiger?
I don't know. That'd be very difficult for me to answer. I don't know what is happening between his head and between his ears. that's each person that handles things differently. Certainly, winning 4 times this year, he had to have something that was working properly between the years, coming down the stretch in those tournaments. But something prevented him from winning the majors that have been played so far. But then again, you certainly maybe ought to give Adam Scott and
Mickelson last week.
Justin Rose and Phil Mickelson a little bit of credit for playing better. That's sort of the way I look at it. I mean, there's 150 guys or so will start the PGA Championship. They're all good players. They all are experienced players, and they've all won tournaments. Not all of them, but a lot of them have won tournaments. And you would. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a one-person tournament. There's a lot of guys playing.
Thank you.